Cultural Knowledge 1. Do's and Don'ts in the United States of America. Expert contributor, linguist Ling SANON. The United States of America is a country located in North America filled with a variety of cultures and ethnic groups. With such a melting pot of people, it's important to understand the basic etiquette and customs of America. The culture of the United States is rich in diversity and widely celebrated, and the etiquette is no different. Here is a comprehensive guide to the culture of the United States and its etiquette so that you can navigate through the social norms of the greatest country in the world. Firstly, the United States is often known as the land of the free. And for good reason, it is a country that heavily values independence and the freedom to make decisions. This is evident in the individualistic nature of the American culture. Americans tend to be very individualistic, meaning that they may take actions that are solely for their own benefit without considering the effect on others as such. The United States values personal success and achievement highly. Secondly, hospitality is an important aspect of American culture. Americans are very welcoming and will often invite others to their homes to eat, drink, and socialize. This shows the friendly nature of Americans, and it is often encouraged to bring a small gift or food item as a token of appreciation for the invitation. It is also important to note that tipping in restaurants is expected, as this forms a large portion of the waiter or waitress wage. And it is common to tip around 15% to 20% of the total bill. Thirdly, punctuality is highly valued in the United States. Americans take being on time very seriously, especially when it comes to professional and work-related meetings. It is often seen as disrespectful if one is late to a meeting, as it can reflect a lack of preparation and commitment. Fourthly, patriotism is a deeply ingrained cultural characteristic of the United States. Americans are very proud of their country, and symbols such as the American flag and national anthem are highly respected as such. It is important to always show respect when in the presence of these symbols. Additionally, military personnel and veterans are highly respected within American culture, and it is urged to show due respect when in the presence of them. Fifthly, small talk is generally encouraged in American culture. It is seen as a way to build conversation and establish a connection with others. Generally, topics such as sports, weather, and current events are good conversation starters. Americans do not usually discuss politics, religion, or personal finances during casual conversation. Sixthly, directness and honesty are highly valued in American culture. People will often speak their minds, and it is often seen as rude to not be honest with someone. However, it is important to deliver criticism in a diplomatic way so as not to come across as confrontational or dismissive. Seventhly, in terms of clothing, the dress code in the United States varies greatly depending on the context. Generally, casual clothing such as jeans and t-shirts are acceptable for everyday activities. However, more formal wear is expected for professional events or when visiting religious institutions. Eighthly, the United States is a diverse country, and cultural sensitivity is important. In order to avoid causing offense, it is important to be respectful of different religions, races, and ethnic backgrounds. It is also important to avoid racist or discriminatory language and behaviors. Ninthly, respecting personal space is important in American culture. Americans tend to value personal space and take up more space than in some other cultures. It is important to be respectful and not invade someone's personal space without permission. In addition, physical contact should be kept to a minimum, such as hugging or kissing, unless comfortable with the person. Tenthly, personal comportment often appears crass, loud, and diffusive to people from other cultures. But Americans value emotional and bodily restraint. The permanent smile and unrelenting enthusiasm of the stereotypical American may mask strong emotions whose expression is not acceptable. Bodily restraint is expressed through the relatively large physical distance people maintain with each other, especially men. 11thly, breastfeeding, yawning, and passing gas in public are considered rude. Americans consider it impolite to talk about money and age. Lastly, it is important to remember that American culture is constantly evolving and changing. What may be considered acceptable now may not have been acceptable 10 or even 5 years ago. As such, it is important to have an open mind and be willing to adapt to changing social norms. In conclusion, the culture of the United States is rich and diverse with a heavy emphasis on individualism and freedom. It is a country with a welcoming attitude and strong sense of hospitality, where punctuality and directness are appreciated within American culture. Patriotism, honesty, and respect for personal space are highly valued, and it is important to be culturally sensitive and respectful to avoid causing offense. Understanding these cultural norms will help you navigate American society with ease and thrive within its diverse communities. Source: Biblical and Cultural Insights and Modern Languages for All.